Hello, educators, teachers, and friends. My name is Juan Tosaya, and today we will explore ways to check for understanding during the COVID context of a pandemic. This presentation has an essential question. And that question is, what are the ways that you check for understanding during instruction in your classrooms? Let's jump right in. We will be focusing on formative assessments and some sweet online tools that are ideal for utilization during distance learning and virtual teaching. I'm going to show you how I use Nearpod to check for understanding. So right now I'm asking the students an initial poll question. How would you describe your understanding of the European Renaissance? The students are then going to respond and we'll see the breakdown. So right here we have a breakdown of 66.7% strong and 33% needs work. Perfect. I'm going to share. They can see that on their screen. Now, after the lesson, you'll notice that it is the same exact question that was posed earlier. Now we're trying to see if there was any changes in the student responses. And it looks like we did, in fact, see an increase from needs work to decent. And that's what we want to see. So this is one way that we can check for understanding using the poll function in Nearpod. 10th grade English teacher, Miss Arroyo, will be demonstrating how she uses an online tool called GoGuardian to check for understanding.
So today I'm going to demonstrate how I use GoGuardian to check for understanding on instruction. So for example, I ask my CFU question here, and then I'll send an announcement. And as you can see, it will show the announcement popping up on the student's screen so that there's no way that the student could miss it or ignore it. And then I'm able to check for understanding from every single one of my students because every single one got that message, popped up on their screen, and is supposed to respond to me. So that is how I use GoGuardian for CFUs.
Now that we've heard a teacher's perspective on checking for understanding, let's switch to students. We'll now hear from three 10th grade NFL Yet High School students. Hi, Geraldi.
Oh, hi.
I want to know your response to the following question. Do you think it is important for teachers to check for understanding?
I think it is important for teachers to check for understanding because they get to see where their students are at and to see if they need help or they're struggling.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
I want to know your response to the following question. How is checking for understanding using GoGuardian a good thing?
Checking for understanding using GoGuardian is good because teachers get to see if the students are doing their work, if they're at the right pace. It also helps students see if they have any questions and they get to interact with the teacher and ask them specific questions they may have on the assignments.
Hi, Fernando.
Hello, Mr. Josiah.
I want to know your response to the following question. How can checking for understanding inform teacher instruction?
Well, the teacher can checking if they get it, the students get the work that they're doing or not. If the student gets it, go on to another student, and if that student doesn't get it, the teacher can uh, help the student more into getting to what they're gonna do.
Teachers and colleagues, perhaps now more than ever, it is vital to check for understanding during instruction. With cameras being off, teachers can no longer gauge if there are head nods, head shakes, or if their students have a blank stare, right, and confusion. We need to do our best during this time, this uncertain time, to try and not have students lose a year in their learning. I understand that students are learning virtually. There may be little engagement or completion of assignments, but I leave you with some more online tools such as Mentimeter, Nearpod, Google Forms, and GoGuardian in order to check for understanding in our online instruction during the COVID context of the pandemic. I hope you learned how you can use different online tools to check for understanding and alter, inform, and strengthen teacher instruction. Thank you.